Yo, what is going on, everyone? It is your boy XBigChrisX, and I finally have map analysis done for you guys. I know it took forever for you guys to get it. I mean, I worked really hard on it, though. You can see that I put a lot of time and definitely high quality into it. And like I said before, this is probably like the most detailed thing I've ever done for a video. So hopefully this turns over well. I hope you guys like it, and let's get straight into it. So the first map for map analysis that we are going to study in the Uprising DLC is Studio. Let's start off by talking about zones. There are three basic main zones of Studio, like with any other map. There's a red, yellow, and green zone. The green zone is the safe area of the map, but only green for the initial spawn of the beginning of the game. Any spawn after that makes the green zone smaller. This is where you could run into an enemy. Not that you will, it's just a more increased possibility. This is the zone that will take over the green zone after it goes away. And I know you guys are looking at this zone, the yellow, with a question mark on your face because the whole map is highlighted. And the truth is, Studio is a very small place. After you start spawning, and especially after you're playing Domination, once you start rapidly spawning in and capping flags and stuff, you're going to have to watch your corners and your back. So that's why the whole entire map of Studio is yellow. And I assure you guys, no other map in the Uprising DLC is like this. Just Studio. And last of all, the red zone. The red zone is where the enemy's lethal and tactical equipment will be thrown if the enemy themselves aren't already there. This is usually around B domination point. Now let's start off at A domination. You have three routes that you could possibly take from the spawn. You have a left flank, middle, or what I'm going to call suicide lane, and right flank. Left flank probably has the best close quarters engagements of the three routes, but it also has minimal cover to cover. Suicide lane probably has the fastest way to get across the map to the enemy spawn, and it has more cover than left flank, but it has two major issues. One, there's always going to be 1 to 3 enemies always looking to kill you and peg you with a few bullets right off the bat. They're going to skip C and just go straight and look down suicide lane and hope guys like you will come by and they can just pick you off. And if they don't pick you off, you're at least going to be damaged, and that's going to make it hard capping B, especially since they're going to be throwing frags like crazy after that timer runs out. Last but not least is right flank. The right flank probably has the best amount of coverage, but your enemy will have about the same amount of coverage as you do. Now, it also has a slightly long range factor to it, but it's not quite as long range as suicide lanes. With all the cover that you have in right flank, it's quite easy to move around the long range factor. Now let's talk about C domination. The C domination spawn isn't that different from its A counterpart. Its left flank, aka A domination's right flank, and suicide lane are pretty much the same. The two things that make C-Dom different, in my opinion, is the routes to the right of you. The Atmost right flank has two main routes that you can take. The first left route lets you go behind B domination and the two buildings next to it. Now the last left that you can take has a very nice hard flank to it, so that way you can come up behind unsuspecting enemies. So finally we have gameplay. So initially what I was going to do was I was going to have this thing out here that had like, oh, the best of the best and compare certain weapons, whatever, but no. So what I have right here is gameplay of the two weapons that I found worked so freaking well together, unbelievably well together. And honestly, it's not like they're an odd combination. They're both pretty strong. Alright, so I'll start with the first. Look at that. Bam. So I have C4, UAV, Hellstorm, and Lightning Strike. My perk is Flak Jacket, Scavenger, and one other thing that I currently forgot. I believe it's Engineer. I want to say it's Engineer. Now, if you see right there, it's Tactical Mask. Okay, so it's the ultimate, domination defense system, basically, is what I have going on here. And I have all air support. I mean, I have a UAV and then 2 lethal airstrikes. I mean, look at this thing just goes on a freaking tear, and I know, like, some people know how inaccurate the KSG can be, but I think it's so inaccurate because if it was any more accurate, it would be super OP, because especially the range. Dude, I think I get, oh, I get such a dirty long-range kill with this thing, and, you know, how I'm using this is exactly how you should use this. This is what you guys should give a try. I believe on my M27 I have a foregrip, and that's it. You know, you don't need much for this. It pretty much sells itself. I think my sidearm, well, my tactical grenade is a flashbang, but it's not even the most important part. It just doesn't. Man, it's just, this thing is just the beast of class, and I don't see anybody running it at all. It's not like I've seen some people have it with like a variation or anything. I've never seen a class like this. I mean, just damn, look at that, an extra 100 points. I'm almost on my way to my next set of kill streaks, and dude, at this, I think I go 66 and like 10, something utterly ridiculous, and man, I just do some complete work. In this building here, I camp for a little bit, because right now we have them spawn trapped. And if you guys play this, this is exactly what you want to happen. You want them on behind me, kind of. Down there, down where that spot is, down below, in the back. That's where you want them, because it is so easy to keep them back there as long as your teammates don't push up too much. No, if you don't push up too much, you'll be straight. Man, I mean, I think I ran this like a few more classes after, well, a few more games rather, afterwards, and each game gave me the same output and everything. Now, I don't know if it was because I had host or not, and I don't believe I had host, but I mean, man, these kill streaks. I mean, the kill streaks stack upon one another. Like if I wanted to free up a slot and use hardline, I could have done that, but then I wouldn't have been able to use my C4, and I didn't really have room to use another wild card to equip a second perk in my perk 2 slot, because I would have had to get rid of my tactician or my C4 and flashbang, which really would have made no sense to have scavenger. But if you guys want to give that a try, go ahead and give it a try. That one I haven't worked out, haven't tried it, but you know, like I said, this class is pretty solid. And you know, I should say that since it is flak jacket and since it is engineer, I think this is definitely more, and obviously domination oriented. If you were to try and use this as team deathmatch, I think it could work. I would just change. I mean, maybe then you could try. You could try switching from flak jacket to hardline, and from tactical insertion to extreme conditioning, because you wanna be able to run up on enemies, especially with this. And I miss horribly, and you can see it's a little subtle difference that makes a big impact. I mean, man, the second round is kind of where I start messing up a little bit. I kind of mess my own flow up and completely ruin it. But I mean, still, like, you'll see my score at the end of this round coming up. I mean, it's the best game I've probably had as far as domination, and I want to say I played less than 100 domination games, or 100. I'll say 110 just in case. I'm pretty sure I played under 110 domination games, and man, with this, I just felt freaking 37-4 right now. So imagine, I mean, I felt so freaking unstoppable, and I mean, just watching this gameplay makes me want to go back out there and do it again. But anyway, enough of me bragging about my gameplay. So let's talk some basics. So in here, you'll see me take all these things I called micro routes, and that's, I mean, what are the odds, right? You know, like that's a micro route, that trailer over there, because as you're going down Suicide Lane, all you gotta do is take that right. if you were spawning ADOM, that is, and you could hop right in there, be straight, be safe. And over here, see, now I get them stuck over here, and they're stuck here for a pretty good minute. I think I rack up like 3 or 4 kills over here and using the C4. He killed himself. He threw a flashbang and actually blew himself up. I thought I double tapped X, but that was not the case. Now, a lot of you are probably thinking, you know, I'm kind of like camping in this building because I was in it, not a huge chunk, but a decent amount of time in the other building. But the truth is, when you have them push back to that spot that I told you to have them push back at, it is so hard not to just stay here because that is the best spot to be. And I felt I should have got way more kills than that. With that, like, honestly, I should have got way more kills. And I think I should have destroyed the stealth chopper too, which that's what really fucks me up. Right here, I die from it, and I think 2 other deaths are from that, and that's what pretty much, like, I mean, my score was, and that was stupid. See, so know your environment. Oh, actually, where I died, that is a really good camping spot for people, so that's a spot you definitely will want to watch out with. But, I mean, yeah, you guys can see me in this gameplay. I mean, I don't even know, there's not really much to say. You guys can just watch the gameplay and see how well and unwell I use this stuff. And, you know, I just use, I mean, there's literally nothing I don't use in this whole class. I mean, some people recommend stuff and never end up using it or something. In this class, I use every freaking thing. Now, I was going to give you guys a submachine variant of this, but truthfully, I don't feel that there's any alternative to this. And, oh, look at me. I'm just so dirty right here. Ah. And, yeah, I knew there was a second guy, by the way, earlier in the clip, and that's why I did nothing. You gotta know when to kill them and know when not to. But yeah, like I was saying, I was gonna give you guys a submachine variant of this, but I felt that there wasn't really a submachine gun that was that accurate for me, as accurate as this M27 is. And if there is, if you feel that you're accurate with a submachine gun, then go ahead, equip it. But for me, there really wasn't one. I mean, if I had to pick one, oh look, oh come on. If I had to pick one, it would probably be the Peacekeeper. I don't know what it is, but the Peacekeeper, it just feels so good in my hands, and that just sounded so wrong for any of you nasty-minded people. But yeah, guys, like I said, definitely give this class a try. All you gotta do is pretty much stay on your toes too. Just, I mean, you see me snap to aim at people and stuff, and choose who I encounter and choose who I don't. So it's a straightforward class. It works really well, and honestly, the score streaks are what's gonna build up your kills. They're just gonna, if you do it well enough, your Hellstorm, you'll get your Hellstorm and your Lightning Strike all at once. And if you do it well enough, you'll get your Hellstorm to get you close to your UAV again, and then you'll get your Lightning Strike to actually get past the UAV and almost get to the Hellstorm. So it just kind of, like I said, man, all just work together. So definitely try this out. And that's kind of my stock score streak too. So for when I'm trying hard, but I mean, it works insanely well for this map. So I hope this helped you guys out. 66 and 10, 3 captures, 24 defends. This has been your boy Expert Chris X. I hope you guys liked the first episode of Map Analysis. I know it took so long to come out, but you know, let me know down below if it was worth it. Thanks for watching. Bye.